Now, we're only in the third season, but this might be the biggest match in the entire history of the football club. Hello everyone and welcome back to more Norwich City bouncing back here on the channel, and today we are playing Sevilla in the Europa League quarter-final. Doesn't really get much tougher than that given Sevilla's ridiculous record in this competition. Now I've said it's the biggest game in the club's history. I mean, you could argue getting promoted to the Premier League, which has happened multiple times, getting promoted back from League One, that time we got relegated down there. I mean, there's probably historically bigger games generally speaking, but as far as Europe's concerned, it literally hasn't got bigger than this. We have got further into the Europa League than any previous Norwich side, and we will be playing the team that are the best at it. Now, they're not at the best season. They are currently in 7th place in La Liga, but still not to be sniffed at all, really. And, well, their pedigree in this competition is frankly ridiculous. They have won it 2006, 2007, 2014, 15, 16 and 20. That's ridiculous. But we are in some pretty good form. After last time's dramatic injury time winner against Feyenoord, we have continued that trend with some very good performances. We started off playing Liverpool and we were ridiculously unlucky. It was a 1-0 defeat, which is good in and of itself, but you can see from the stats there, we arguably should have won. Certainly a point was justified. They were playing with 10 men for most of the game after Fabinho got sent off for an absolutely ridiculous scything challenge, which it won't let me show you at the moment, but we held on until the 87th minute when they got a goal through Virgil van Dijk and ended up losing, but very unfortunate. But it was a great performance overall. This was then bettered by a game against Arsenal at the Emirates. We again should have won this one, definitely, but in the end it was only a point. We took the lead through Emi Buendia and we held on for the entire rest of the game until the 93rd minute when Dani Ceballos scored a very, very lucky goal after a dodgy pass from Max Aarons. Unfortunate, but not too disheartening because there were two very good performances. And then we had a little team meeting and, well, that helped once again, as we have then won 3 games in a row. A 2-0 winning at Sheffield United. Aaron's making up for his mistake with a fantastic goal. Chowdhury as well to make it 2-0. That man Adam with 2 as we beat Aston Villa 2-0 as well. And then one of the best results of the entire save and certainly the season as we beat Manchester City 1-0. I mean, we did do it last year in more dramatic fashion, but it's always a good thing to do. Not a bit of vintage season from Emi Buendia, but he came up with an important goal there, and it means the Premier League table looks very nice indeed as far as we are concerned. We are in 5th place, 31 matches played, only 7 to go in the league, 56 points. We're only 2 points off Manchester United in 4th, although they do have 3 games in hand, so I think that probably won't be lasting all that long. But we are certainly in pole position for Europa League football, and, well, we could even get in the Champions League if we win the competition. And that's got to be the aim. It's going to be difficult against Sevilla. These, of course, the other quarterfinals. I mean, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who wins this competition. It's quite wide open. If we can knock Sevilla out, we've got a very, very good chance. But we are going to be without our best centre-back. James Tarkowski is suspended for this one. But luckily, Christoph Zimmermann is back from injury, so he can come straight into the starting lineup. We are also pleased to welcome back Ademola Lookman to the side. He's not fully match fit, but he's good enough to be on the bench, and we're glad to have him back after a long injury layoff. One other absentee, though, Marco Stiepermann, is out injured once again. Definitely a position I want to look at in this summer, but he's out for 2 more weeks after, well, he's torn his wrist ligaments against Aston Villa. Why he can't play with that, I don't know. I mean, Didier Drogba played a game with a broken arm. I mean, torn wrist ligaments. He's not the goalkeeper. Otherwise, the team is pretty much what you would expect. Nick Pope is, of course, in goal. Lewis Gibson, Zimmerman, and Aarons is the defence. Winks, Chowdhury, and Vieira in midfield. Vieira's not great in that position, but he does okay. Cantwell and Buendia on the wings. Ida is, of course, going to be up front. Now, we could play Marcus Edwards, but I do feel with him, he's just sort of better off the bench. Now, potential advantage for us is that we are playing in Spain first. So, if we can get anything from this leg, keep the score quite low as far as they're concerned, and then get an away goal, that would be good. Well, relatively early on here, and we've got the ball. We look to work a nice chance. Maybe let's just going to keep the sensible short passing together. Nobody do anything stupid. I mean, Vieira, he's pinged that one over, but it's actually quite good. He's managed to find Buendia, which we like to see. Dodges the challenge, goes for the shot, and it's just wide of the post. Sevilla, though, with a long goal kick, looking for anyone. Zimmerman clears the danger, but only as far as Ilicic, and he's given away to Jamal Lewis, and we can then potentially counter. Again, playing the ball back, being nice and measured and sensible. That's not measured or sensible, though, is it? End-to-end stuff at the moment. A goal kick from Sevilla, though, has gone straight to Buendia. He's heavily involved early on today. The shot is blocked from him, a cross is blocked from him. Back to Aarons. Can he find a cross into the box? That's blocked as well. Plenty of action so far. Aarons again. Can he find a ball in? He goes short to Chowdhury. He goes round the back, pulls it across. Chaos in the box. And you know who, Adamida, is on hand for his 23rd of the season and a vital away goal here in Seville. Well, so lots of early pressure from us, and it's managed to tell. Good work on the right-hand side. That's where we're getting most of our action today. The shot initially from Buendia actually was saved, but deflected into the path of Adamida. There were 3 defenders there, and the goalkeeper couldn't get near him. Right-hand side again. Buendia, free kick, looking for Zimmerman. He's found him, and Zimmerman's header is just over the bar. Well, at half-time, we have got a pretty good, well, very good, but pretty surprising lead. Wasn't expecting this, but Sevilla have done absolutely nothing as far as we've seen, and I like it very much. I mean, we don't want to tempt fate. This would be a fantastic result if this is how things end. Still 20 minutes to go, but there's plenty of players in this Sevilla side. They've got Jorginho, they've got Thomas Souček, and we've seen little to nothing from them. Navas plays it back, but it's well intercepted by Harry Winks. Buendia to Ida, goes to the shot. It's not far away. Into the final 10. It's not been particularly action-packed, but that's the way I like it. This is not what I was expecting at all. I brought Lookman on, which is probably a mistake, because if they... Wait, no, it's not. We've got 2 legs, haven't we? It can't go to extra time. I've been scarred by extra time in recent matches, and, well, he probably shouldn't have brought him on anyway, because he's responsible for giving the ball away. Ocampos across. If they get a goal back, that'll be disappointing. The shot is wide. That was their only chance of the game, and the game ends with a 1-0 win for us. We're not through. I did forget. I mean, I've already mentioned that we're playing the second leg at home, but then also managed to forget and think that it was a single knockout game. It's not, but we've won the first leg. We've got an away goal, and that is pretty spectacular against the Europa League specialist Sevilla, and we go back to Norfolk with a big advantage. Interesting results in all the other games as well. Cologne have beaten Lille 1-0. They're obviously a very dangerous side. Celtic 2, Brighton 2, and then AZ Alkmaar with a 2-1 away win against Roma, the other difficult side in the competition. But of course, we have already beaten them once. And you know what? Amid all the excitement of the Europa League, I completely forgot to mention Regen Day, which, I mean, let's go through the key men now. It was quite good. Not spectacular, but definitely better than our previous 2. None of them apparently better than Aaron Hitchman, who we already had from Swansea in the summer. But, well, we've got Paul Rees here. There's lots of wingers. He's a winger. He could be quite good physicals. We've got Dennis Hess, he's another winger. He's German, but as we said at the start in the first episode, any regens that come through our own youth intake, their nationality, doesn't matter. We can still sign them. We can still use them. Mitchell Dolby, again, another winger, could be decent. Joshua Barra, centre-back. He looks like he could be pretty decent, actually. And yeah, there's a couple of others, but they're the main ones. So, yeah, not too bad. Right, I'm going to play Watford in the Premier League. I'll show you the goals of this one. We do need 3 points, so I'm going to probably play a pretty much full-strength side, but might rest a few people before the second leg. Well, it's certainly been a good start here. We have literally scored from kickoff. It was a beautiful move. I've rested Buendia and Ida for this one, and Marcus Edwards heavily involved from the start. Ronaldo Vieira just walks it into the goal. Brilliant stuff. And we've got a penalty, which Marcus Edwards dispatches to make it 2. I mean, maybe Buendia and Ida, maybe they're the problem. Maybe they waste chances. We are cutting Watford to pieces. It's 3. It's Adam Armstrong. Basically, all the goals have been very, very simple. And that was about as routine can be. The only downside is that Marcus Edwards went off injured literally 2 seconds after I'd substituted him off. So, thanks game. I'd already sorted that one out. Really appreciate that one. But 59 points. I mean, yeah, Europa League is looking good. If Man United can muck it up, we could even get in the Champions League. Never mind what we do in the actual Europa League. And now the second leg against Sevilla, we've got an advantage. It's a very slight advantage, but it's a good advantage. The away goal, of course, will probably be cancelled out from kickoff by them, or that's what normally happens. But we have got ourselves in a great position. Let's see what we can do. Tarkowski is not suspended for the second leg, so that's obviously a good boost, and otherwise the team is looking pretty much how I would expect and want it to be, apart from, of course, no Stiepermann, and then Edwards. Well, he's passed the fitness test, but I'm not going to risk him at all, which means the team is going to be the same as it was for the first leg, except Tarkowski is going to be coming back in. Right, let's be sensible. Let's just keep going. If we can win this game, just as we did the first leg, then we haven't got anything to worry about whatsoever. Everyone's looking nice and motivated for this one. We're all in some good form. We've been... I didn't want to show it, didn't even want to mention it, but we have apparently got a new club record of 5 games in a row without conceding. So, well, if that can stay the same today, that'll be brilliant. Right, half an hour in, and this is the first highlight that we have seen so far. If Sevilla score, all our work from the first leg is undone. Naves puts it across, and Souček, so deadly from those situations, heads over. And then, not what we want, Harry Winks, who has been quietly brilliant so far this season, just does his job, doesn't complain, gets on with it, does everything you need him to do. He's injured. It's a potential lower leg injury, which, yay, brilliant. Lucas Rupp is going to come on. If he's broken his leg, if he's out for the rest of the season, I'm not going to be happy. Should probably have rotated him more, because I mean, he does, of course, have a pretty bad injury record, but I don't know. He's just been so good, and he's been fine, and that's not what we want to see. But at half-time, it's 0-0. That's absolutely fine for us. That means we will be going through. Let's keep it up and see if we can survive another 45 minutes of action. If they get a goal, we will be going to extra time. An hour gone, nothing is happening. Sevilla have a corner, it's cleared away. We haven't had a shot on target yet. It's fair to say they are going for it. We are quite happy to sit back. I've not told them to do this. They're just doing that themselves. Buendia with, that's a shot on target, I guess. Apparently not, it's not counting as a shot on target. It was a pass on target, but it doesn't matter. Right, free kick, Buendia puts it in. If we can get a second, that would seal it. Vieira's shot is saved well by the goalkeeper. Wasn't a shot, was it? It was a header, but Sevilla are going for it. They've got 2 up top. We are into injury time, though. We're holding it out. It's been an absolutely boring game, but we're going to do it. 0-0. It's a 6th clean sheet in a row for the club. We extend that record, but more importantly, we're into the Europa League semi-finals. From an attacking perspective, it was shocking, but the defence, I mean, look at that. That's the first time. The improvement from the patch, definitely on show. For the first time, I think all season, the entire back 5 are given the credit they deserve. And that is pretty fantastic. We have made it to the semi-final, and we've made it past one of the most difficult sides left in the competition. And well, there's the results from elsewhere, and well, probably the 2 other most difficult sides in the competition. Lille are out. Köln have beaten them. Roma, our group friends, are out as well. AZ Alkmaar have beaten them, and Brighton's odyssey comes to an end. We are the sole English representative, but Celtic have also made it through. Wasn't very entertaining. Fraser here, he loves the result, but he just wants to go back to his FM save, which I think is something we can all sympathise with. And Harry Winks, it's literally the worst. What? He's broken his leg. And he's not going to be out for the rest of the season. He's going to be out for the rest of the season and most of next season as well. Oh my god, I suppose it won't be most of next season, but 5 to 6 months with a broken leg. I mean, what? Oh, Harry. I mean, what do we do? And we put arm around him, give him a hug, and I'll promise him that he's going to be fine. His morale's improved, right? He's not going to lose his place in the side. I mean, he is for the next 6 months because he can't walk, but oh my god, it literally couldn't be. To lose him at all is bad. To lose him for that length of time is frankly devastating. I mean, it's going to be his longest time out ever. And it, of course, means we will need to, I think midfield was an area I wanted to improve anyway in the summer, but now it's definitely going to be happening. And as we go into the rest of the season, well, we haven't got long left, but to lose him for that length of time is disappointing. But the positive is we've made it through to the semi-final, and it will be AZ Alkmaar. That is who we will be playing the other semi-final. Köln versus Celtic. It could be an all-British final at this rate. But we're going to be without one of without our best midfielder, and that is going to be a massive, massive, massive blow. But that is going to be where we come back next time. It has to be both legs against AZ Alkmaar. Only one game is going to be taking place in between, but that is where we will return. We've made it further than I thought we would, and well, we've got a very realistic chance of now winning it, albeit without one of our best players. But thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss what happens next time. Can we make the Europa League final? I will see you then.